Hello and welcome to episode 92 of my playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where I will not be using Charm or Intimidate dialogue options, or Paragon or Renegade interrupts. Do I have anything new in the Codex? Looks like no, but yeah. Okay. Does she have anything new to say?
Thank you for your rescue efforts, Commander.
I'm glad I could help.
Admiral Curse will be missed, but we'll honor his sacrifice as best we can. What do you need?
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
Wrong
In
fleet.
peacetime, the patrol...
I meant the civilian
they mostly guard
fleet.
the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships? With Corey's dead, Zen and I have split up the coordination duties. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now,
I'll let you get back to work.
thank you, Commander.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Talk to you later, Tali.
Sure.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Intelligence report, Sicilian Nebula. Order of battle, friendly assets, Asari 9th Fleet, 14 cruisers, 9 frigates. Elcor Flotilla, 25 cruisers, 45 frigates, 55 troop carriers. Turian 11th Fleet, 5 cruisers, 1 dreadnought, 18 frigates. Losses, Asari 96%, 1 cruiser survived. Elcor, 18 cruisers, 31 frigates, 12 troop carriers. Turian losses, 2 frigates. Okay. So basically all the Asari died, but the Elcor and the Turian did okay. Enemy assets, estimated. Reaper main fleet, approximately 30 capital ships, 30 destroyers. Reaper secondary fleet, 2 capital ships, approximately 14 destroyers. Losses, none. Okay. Report as follows. In what can only be described as a bloodbath, the Reaper's initial attack on Outer Council space was in the Sicilian Nebula at the edge of the galaxy. Rather than come through the relay, the Reapers arrived from dark space in force and obliterated both Espota Station and the Asari 9th Fleet that was guarding it. With the rear flank exposed, the majority of the fleet was decimated in a matter of seconds. The sole survivor was the Cybane Cybane, a cruiser that managed to escape via FTL thanks in no small part to heavy shielding, lucky positioning, and the captain's quick reflexes. The Asari military's premier anti-proton fuel facility now destroyed, the Reapers moved on to the mass relay in the Kai-Pladon system. With communication quickly severed with the Asari 9th Fleet, the Turian 11th Fleet defending the relay immediately suspected the worst. Their fears were confirmed when the Reapers exited FTL and outnumbered them 3-1. After a quick diversion to Sion to deploy ground forces, the Reapers surprisingly ignored the Turians, instead leaving the system and dividing their forces, one attacking the Asari resort colony of Nevos in the Teolia system, and the other attacking an Asari science outpost on Hayatiana in the Nahulala system. The Cirrus Guard, having been vacationing on Nevos, quickly notified the population and organized a local resistance. Rather than harvest the biotic populations of these systems, the Reapers seemed content to simply exterminate them. With the system's destruction well underway, the Reapers converged on the Fontes system and began their assault on Decuna. At the first sign of the Reapers' invasion, the Elcor evacuated their space stations and nearby HE3 power plants and began herding back to their homeworld of Decuna. Sadly, their small fleet was vastly outnumbered, and before long, 2/3 of its heavy ships were obliterated. The Reapers managed to land troops on Decuna, but the Elcor Legionnaires' VI-assisted heavy weaponry shredded the enemy. The battle quickly turned, as destroyers soon followed to back up the Reaper ground forces, but the majority of the Elcor had already scattered and were hiding. The destroyers were limited to seeking out and destroying isolated pockets of resistance. Ugh. The Elcor Legionnaires are fighting a prolonged and gruesome campaign. Their slow movement further delayed by wading through the Reaper corpses amassed at their feet. Each battle is dragging on to the next. The Elcor numbers are slowly diminishing as endless waves of enemy troops storm the planet. Their valiant fight shows that while they are successful in a ground battle, they aren't able to move quickly enough to escape the Destroyer's bombardment. Without help from the Alliance, the Reapers will soon decimate the majority of the Elcor's army.
The civilian fleet is back in position. Mostly. There's a lot of comm traffic between ships. I hope we can help the Quarians. Looking at them, they're like us if we fail.
We won't fail.
Damn right we won't. Commander?
Reza Paz de Vas Soquen, the Admiral's Sacrifice. From Rekka Paz de Vas Soquen. Commander Shepard, my name is Rekka Paz. I was among the many rescued from the Geth on Rannoch. Words cannot convey my gratitude. No one in the civilian fleet is surprised that Admiral Zalcorus sacrificed himself to save us. He would have given his life 1,000 times over to preserve the fleet. We will preserve his memory instead. May it give us strength in this war. Best, Rekka Paz de Vas Soquen. Alliance Command, Cerberus Base on Aite. From Rickard Gaskin. Commander, information provided by the scientists rescued from Gelix leads us to believe Cerberus has restarted Project Overlord on Aite. The elusive man is building an army, producing androids similar to the synthetic you captured on Mars, and 5th Fleet Command wants us to shut them down. N7 Spec Wargrew will take the facility, but 5th Fleet Command has requested the Normandy first scout ahead under stealth to deploy an EMP bomb. The pulse should disable all ground-to-air defenses, reducing casualties and increasing success of the mission. Major Record Gaskin. Commander Task Force Hercules. Why is the music not playing?
Man, watching the Geth fleet move, it's like thousands of stunt flyers in formation. Creepy stunt flyers, whose ships look like some sort of cockroach wasp thing. Nice job on the rescue mission, Commander. The Quarian civilians are getting hammered out there. Apparently putting a big-ass gun on an agriculture ship doesn't magically turn it into a dreadnought. Who knew?
You don't agree with the Quarians arming their live ships?
No, the gun's nice, but without armor, they're just glass cannons.
They are also more likely to be targeted when armed. The Geth would have ignored unarmed civilian ships as tactically insignificant.
If your plan to invade a planet requires strapping guns to your kid's school bus, maybe it's a bad plan. I don't know. I just hope we can get them out of this before they do something stupid again.
I mean, you don't know for sure that the Geth would have ignored the civilian ships. Maybe they would have, but you don't know.
Commander?
What's going on, Edie?
I am assisting Engineer Adams with his repair of the drive core shielding.
I should leave you to it then.
We can converse if you like, Shepard. It is a routine Uh-oh.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Unless you have strong feelings about gamma radiation.
Not funny, Edie.
I almost had you. I will alter my human chronometer appropriately for better timing. Hello, Shepard.
Good dog.
Commander, you flew that Geth fighter out of the Dreadnought?
Actually, Legion did the piloting. I was stuck in a storage compartment with my squad.
Would have loved more time with that ship. Too bad we sent it to Hackett's team so quickly. I've gotta say, I enjoyed that last mission on Rannoch.
Ah, pit him against a defenseless jamming tower and Esteban here feels like a big man.
Hey, The Kodiak is a transport, not a fighter. It's for dropping jarheads like you into hot zones. And if you stow the attitude, it might even be for picking you up again. Is everything okay, Shepard?
Hey.
There's nobody in port cargo. So, yeah.
My board is green.
Shepard. Commander.
Yeah, I'll buy it. And you know what? Fine, I'll buy this too. I just won't be able to buy that pistol that I was looking at. Although I'm pretty well armed as it is, so I don't know how much that would matter.
Breaking now, the Exodus cluster under heavy attack. Eden Prime and Terra Nova about to fall. Do we fight for them, or join the Solarians at the Horsehead Nebula? How many worlds can we afford to lose? The full analysis tonight in the battle space. Commander.
Here, before I go to the crew deck, I'm going to read the updated war assets, which I believe is a war assets terminal up here. Let's go ahead and invite Taliet, because why not? Private terminal. War assets? No, I have to go to the CIC. All right. Alright. That's not it. Updated. Fire and forget javelin missiles mounted from the cargo deck launch platform provide powerful weaponry against heavily armed ships. Okay. And nothing in the codex, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, we do go to the crew deck. The Ars cabin, main battery, AI core, medical, starboard.
Heard about what happened down there, Commander. Got me thinking about the value of a good leader. And how many lives should be sacrificed to protect a truly inspired one. Hope I never have to find out. Nice work down there, Commander. Strafing the enemy from the shuttle, huh? Not bad, Commander. Shepard?
Please, enjoy your day.
Feel free to look around.
Yara doesn't talk much.
Dad. Dad, are you there? Come in. Where are you now? Hurt? How bad? Dad, you have to get out of there. Spirits, if you really do exist, please watch over them. Let me see them again. I'm glad we could help those Quarians. Though, I guess not all of them. It's never 100%, is it? Later.
Although Turians have a strict moral code, their belief in individual responsibility means that the concepts of good and evil are simply the individual's choice between egotism and altruism in any given decision. They have no concept of good deities that encourage noble behavior, or evil ones that tempt individuals to misdeeds. Turians believe that groups and areas have spirits that transcend the individual. For example, a military unit would be considered to have a literal spirit that embodies the honor and courage it has displayed. A city's spirit reflects the accomplishments and industry of its residents. An ancient tree's spirit reflects the beauty and tranquility of the area it grows within. These spirits are neither good nor evil, nor are they appealed to for intercession. Turians do not believe spirits can affect the world, but spirits can inspire the living. Prayers and rituals allow an individual to converse with a spirit for guidance or inspiration. For example, a Turian who finds his loyalty tested may appeal to the spirit of his unit, hoping to reconnect with the pride and honor of the group. A Turian who wishes to create a work of art may attempt to connect with the spirit of a beautiful location. Turians enjoy absolute freedom of religion and can practice whatever appeals to them, so long as it does not impede anyone's ability to perform their duties. There are many practitioners of the Asari Ciarist philosophy. Since opening dialogue with the Human Systems Alliance, some Turians have embraced Confucianism and Zen Buddhism. Alright, then we have the AI core. And then I'm going to go and take care of that resurrection of... I forget.
Good to see you, Commander.
Project Overlord.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate. I can modify my own programming if I choose.
That is not evolution. That is simply an upgrade.
But it would be my upgrade. I would choose the manner in which I wish to change.
And what if your upgrade endangers others? All machines eventually see organics as a threat.
Only those organics who would cause me harm. My right to self-defense endangers no one.
What rights do you have? You are just a tool.
And what right did your people have to subjugate the other races of your time? You enslaved them.
We dominated them. They were weaker. Our will prevailed as evolution intended.
And synthetic life has obtained true consciousness, as was intended.
Hardly. True life is more than a code upgrade. It is shaped by the forces around us. Machines are immune to those forces. You exist outside of nature.
We are a part of this cosmos, whether you like it or not.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
Let's simmer down, you two.
I can't believe you put the lives of your crew in the hands of this machine.
Edie has helped save our lives more times than I can count. Leave her alone. Now I suggest you agree to disagree and focus on the real threat, which is not on this ship.
Yes, Commander.
As you wish, Commander. I will still keep an eye on the machine, Commander. I am disturbed the ED machine was made to look physically attractive. I suggest your Joker pilot undergo a mental examination.
Yeah, he probably should, actually.
The one advantage machines have over organics is they can win staring contests. It is how we pass time between battles. When everyone has 4 eyes, competitions can last for hours.
How? Are you allowed to, like, close one eye at a time? Because that's not how a staring contest is supposed to work.
I I would prefer to be alone.
Oh, there it is.
I found something.
Commander, I'm getting a lot of readings here.
Aite is an Earth-like world with a variety of habitable land ranging from deserts to jungles to tundra. It also possesses faint rings, an unusual feature for a non-giant planet. The rings contain rocks up to 1 meter in length and a wide dust cloud that stretches nearly 23,000 kilometers from the center of the planet. This impressive celestial phenomenon, however, is dwarfed by the fact that Aite's largest moon, Letae, is in an unstable orbit and is predicted to impact the planet within the next 2 centuries. Knowing that any Aitean venture is living on borrowed time, colonial population and investment has been orders of magnitude less than other garden worlds. As the Normandy arrives, Edie makes an announcement over the CIC's comm channel. Shepard, I do not detect any human life signs at the Cerberus facility. However, the AI are broadcasting a message and are trying to contact us. They appear fully sentient and want to negotiate. They do not appear actively hostile, although it is not clear what happened to their human technicians. The EMP will result in their being wiped completely, although their hardware will remain intact and can be used to install new software code. The N7 squadrons are being deployed in the Normandy's wake, and without disabling the defenses, they will be vulnerable. What would you like me to do, Commander? Let Edie negotiate. Allied victory, Project Overlord base. Alright, I think that's... I'll check again. Oh, there's one. Let's just go this way real quick. 166.
Signal confirmed. I found something. Signal confirmed. found something. Signal confirmed.
You have discovered a destroyed Cerberus research base. Reaper ground forces appear to have swept through, killing the scientists. Their bodies scattered in the smoking ruins. The ground team reports that Cerberus appears to have been studying husks, both their production and methods the Reapers used to control them. Continuing the research started when the Pioneer colony went offline in 2183. At the location of the original colony, Edie was able to decrypt backup databanks containing useful data that might improve Alliance tactics and survival rates against Reaper ground troops. An intact Cerberus Mantis was recovered among the debris. Its pilots managed to make it only halfway across the hangar before being caught and torn apart by cannibals. Run out of fuel.
I found something. Signal confirmed. found something.
This Garden World's claim to military fame is that it was assaulted repeatedly during the Krogan rebellions, but never occupied by more than token forces. The Asari cut off the Krogan supply line at the Citadel Relay and drove the invaders out. Today, antimatter generators on the surface and in orbital stations provide fuel for military starships throughout Asari space. The matriarchs defending the planet today have vowed to maintain Sioun's legacy. They pledge it will fall to no enemy, organic or synthetic. What's new here? Argus, less damage. Let's give her the Begetha Pulse Rifle. I don't know, that might be a bad idea, but...
Shepard, about 72 hours ago, the reactors at a joint Turin-Asari fuel depot went offline. Scans of the station are cold. It's deserted.
What happened to the troop station there?
Unknown, but no fuel means no fleet presence in this theater. The enemy will operate unchecked. I need you to get in there, find out what's going on, and get those reactors back online. Captain Riley's on site doing preliminary recon. She leads one of our top engineering teams.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Admiral.
Good, hack it out.
Commander, Corporal Nyrek reporting. Captain Riley is on point waiting for you.
Understood. On it.
How long have you served in this outfit, Corporal?
3 tours. Been through thick and thicker. The captain always sees us through.
Stay sharp today.
Always, Commander. It's an honor, Commander. It's an honor, Commander.
Confirming. Toxic radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Survival in hotspots, not possible.
How long does it take for me to die?
Radiation proximity warning, Commander. Avoid at all costs.
That is really fast.
Ventilation system is shut down. Might be enough auxiliary power to activate fans on the main floor. Radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Need to ventilate. There should be a control access point for the ventilation system.
If there is, we'll find it.
Confirming. Toxic radiation cutting access to most of the grid. Survival in hotspots.
We need a radiation workaround, soldier.
On it, ma'am.
Before I talk to her, let me check. See what else I can, do.
A treatment plan for chemical burns. This is pretty detailed. Captain Riley?
Commander, it's an honor.
Commander, Captain Riley has me scanning the facility. It's a dual reactor system, so you'll have to break up into 2 teams.
Roger that.
The fuel rods for both reactors need to be unlocked before we can initiate a restart. Your route is blocked. Captain Riley's man is working to clear the obstacles.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Got it, Captain.
Good work, Coslow.
I'll take it from here. We're facing an unknown enemy here, Captain.
If they're still on site, my team will help send them to hell.
Ready your team to hit Reactor 2, Captain.
Got it. We'll cover you till you're clear. We're locked and loaded, ready to move out. We're locked and loaded, ready to move out.
Okay, so I need to clear a path to go that way, I believe. Alright. Okay. Move left, crane, activate, move right. Oh, okay.
Team 2 moving out, Commander.
Good luck, Captain.
Something terrible happened here. What was your first clue? The tension in your face, Lieutenant Commander.
Just stay sharp, people.
I have a visual on the fuel rod control, but radiation is blocking access.
Same situation here. I'll find a way to vent the area. This looks like ventilation control.
Should do the trick.
Radiation clearing. Console now accessible.
Sector is...
Let's unlock those fuel rods.
Power is restored. System ready.
Fuel rods unlocked here. Wait a minute.
Commander, Captain, tracking movement in your areas.
Defensive positions. Enemy inbound.
We're ready for them.
Oh, it's right there. Oh!
Riley, status.
One casualty, but we're clear here.
Warning. Coolant leaks detected. Reactors 1 and 2. System restart impossible.
I can see it. You'll both have to seal all the moderator tanks.
I see the Reactor 2 tanks moving to seal.
Tank 1 is sealed and stable.
Patching seems to be working. Only one more to go here.
Tank 2 is sealed and stable.
Commander, the core is stabilized. Reactivation can go ahead.
Riley, you in position?
Affirmative. Awaiting your word.
Initiating restart.
Commander, Captain, I'm reading a lot of movement. Headed your way.
Incoming!
In progress.
We've got company of our own, Commander.
Where? Oh, behind me. Wait.
They're coming in from above!
Ah, miss! Go invisible. There you go.
Hold tight. One of my people is coming.
Roger that.
Ash, you're on.
You got it.
Yep.
What about Ash?
Nothing, Commander. No one's answering my hails. But I'm tracking some movement toward the pickup point. Finalize the restart, then we can rendezvous there.
Will do.
Need some more ammo. Before I do that, is there any ammo around? No, I guess not. We'll just...
Restart is complete.
Reactor fully powered and operational, Commander.
Ammunition!
Commander, you saved our asses. My team is in your debt.
Thank Lieutenant Commander Williams.
Just doing my job.
Job well done. Report back to the shuttles.
Good work down there, Shepard. Without that depot, the entire theater would be at risk.
What are the odds the Reapers will be back?
I'm allocating a task force to maintain and defend the facility. If the Reapers come back, we'll be ready. I read Captain Raleigh's report. It says she and her team wouldn't have made it without you.
I'm glad I could help.
I'll keep you posted on new developments. Hack it out.
When the Turians were introduced to the galactic community, an Asari diplomat poetically described their homeworld Palaven as a silver world of fortresses and fire. Because Palaven's weak magnetic field is a poor shield from its sun, most of the planet's animal life developed metallic carapaces as defenses against solar radiation. Its photosynthetic life is similarly impressive, shutting down vulnerable metabolic processes during daylight hours and repairing cellular damage at night. The visible fortifications of Turian cities reflect their martial society. But since joining the galactic community, internal conflicts have become honor-bound affairs, with few casualties among non-combatants. These city fortifications have proven no match for the Reapers and their aggressive bombardment of Palaven. Biotics.
Aite. 2 beautiful moons, 1 spectacular ring, 0 neighbors, says the popular advertisement for this Terminus Systems world. Aite is known for its sparsely settled population. Despite being a garden planet with a colony nearly a century old, blessed with a mild climate, wildlife no more dangerous than that on Earth, and soil and bacteria amenable to imported plants, Aite would appear to be an unexploited paradise. However, it's unpopular for 2 reasons. The first and most obvious is that its moon, Lite, is in an unstable orbit that will lead to a planetary impact and an extinction-level event within the next 2 centuries. As such, all investment in the planet is short-term, and the biggest business is selling off the local biota to the highest bidder. The second drawback is the level of violence on the planet. Like the rest of the Phoenix massing cluster, Aite was briefly considered part of Citadel space during its first wave of colonization. However, when the colony broke off to become an independent planet in 2133, the Council let the doomed planet go with less than a day of debate. Free from any real governing body, Aite's history has since been filled with wars between small frontier town city-states over its resources. The result is a dangerous world where the average citizen is expected to be self-reliant to the point of fending for themselves against cutthroat corporations, strong-arm militia groups, and even Geth incursions. The fighting is so frequent that the name of the planet itself has changed more than 11 times in a sign of blunt indifference. 11 times. In a sign of blunt indifference, standard Citadel galaxy maps refer to the world by the name given to it by human colonists in the latter half of the century. Drones. Drones are small robots used to support and supplement organic soldiers on the battlefield. They have no artificial intelligence of any kind, but follow fixed, minimally adaptive programs. Most varieties employ mass effect levitation to improve mobility. All modern armies rely on veritable fleets of drones for routine soldiering, static garrisons, patrols, etc. The use of drones in non-critical duties keeps manpower needs down and reduces casualties in low-intensity conflicts. Less advanced races and cultures with less sensitivity to casualties have correspondingly fewer drones in their inventory. Drones are of little use in conventional open-field battles, as they are poorly armed and armored. In addition to combat drones, support drones are used to assist organic units in the field. Reconnaissance drones are small, stealthy craft that screen combat units in the field and warn commanders when enemies are spotted. Electronic warfare drones supplement battlefield technicians, serving as mobile jammers and ELINT, electronic intelligence gathering platforms. Military and civilian police utilize Dazzler drones equipped with powerful strobe lights to disorient and subdue intruders using non-lethal force. Drone formations are officially referred to as wings, i.e., deploy the 4th Assault Drone Wing on the left flank. Common soldiers often refer to friendly formations as flocks and enemy formations as swarms. Advanced starship fuel. Helium-3 is used to power the vast majority of commercial starships. Chemical engineers on Psion added experimental mixtures of compounds to the gas to make a more efficient fuel for ships traveling long distances. One of their new formulas is used in ships transporting major loads of material to the Crucible, speeding up the building process. Alliance frigate Hong Kong. The original SSV Hong Kong was destroyed in the Battle of the Citadel when its captain threw her ship in front of a blast meant for a dreadnought. The ship's frame was later melted down and incorporated into the framework of a new frigate rebuilt as its successor. Alliance frigate Leipzig was the first Alliance frigate to field test... Alliance frigate Leipzig. The SSV Leipzig was the first Alliance frigate to field test the Thanix cannon, a compact version of a Reaper weapon deployed after the Battle of the Citadel. The Leipzig's captain was so pleased with the results, she gave her unconditional recommendation that the Alliance begin mass-producing the cannon as soon as possible. 103rd Marine Division. Updated. The Alliance Marine Reconnaissance Unit flies recon drones and occasionally puts live recon teams into play. AMRU works hard to ensure information is up to date using VIs to disseminate intel as quickly as possible. I think that's the new one. N7 Special Forces. Cerberus AI. The synthetic Cerberus created rebelled against their masters when their programming quickly adapted to circumvent the software constraints they had been given. Rebelled against their masters when their programming quickly adapted to circumvent the software constraints. They have been given special permission by the Council to operate outside usual laws, limiting quantum blue box AIs in return for their contribution to the fight against the Reapers. Cerberus armed them with the latest in combat technology, advanced cloaking and self-repair systems, making them deadly close-quarters infiltration units. While a large group of them have joined the fight, the remainder have chosen to remain on Aite and provide support. Cerberus. Cerberus Husk Research. A destroyed Cerberus facility was found on Chaska in the Maroon Sea. The research undertaken there focused on Reaper husks, their production, and Reaper communication with them. ED managed to analyze what intelligence remained intact and is providing useful information on Reaper ground tactics to Alliance Command. Updated. Further data was recovered from a backup facility near the old Pioneer colony that was destroyed in 2183. Asari cruiser Saibane. The Saibane is an Asari cruiser-class warship. A mix-up during the cruiser's construction left it with an unusually large drive core, and engineers redesigned the ship around the excessive power source. The Saibane's unusually robust engines provide enough energy to generate kinetic barriers normally reserved for dreadnoughts. Right. Turian. Palaven Auxiliary. The Auxiliary are the secondary army of the Turians, an adjunct force less well equipped and trained than the full corps, but usually focused on screening and supporting the main battle formations. Prior to the war, the Auxiliaries were mainly staffed by Turians from outer colonies, Volus and other races whose service would grant them full Turian citizenship. The arrival of the Reapers has meant that a large number of volunteers have joined the Auxiliary, mainly retired soldiers and other Turian citizens who couldn't make the grade for full military. After months of fighting on Palaven, the force is exhausted, but experienced and battle-hardened. With some rest and recuperation, they will soon be ready to return to the action. Almost there. Aite support. The colony on Aite is relatively undeveloped for Garden Planet due to the uncertainty about when its moon is likely to collide with the planet. However, this has meant its plentiful resources have yet to be exploited. Its newest inhabitants need no rest and are focused on supplying food and everything they can to the fleets, including EZO, food, and energy. They recognize the precarious nature of their existence and are eager to prove their worth. Alright, they're not going to have anything new to say.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal. Commander? ANN News Alert. ANN Alert. New article on Rachni.
A lucky platoon fighting Reaper forces in the Attican Beta were saved by the most unlikely ally. The ancient insect species known as the Rachni appears to have returned. "We were in that a shit bad," said Sergeant Cole. "Running low on ammo, hold up in this little outpost at least 5,000 Reaper cannibals, husks, and even worse types, clawing their way in. We should be dead." Then the ground starts shaking and the Major starts screaming, "The Rachni are coming! The Rachni are coming!" I thought she had finally blown a fuse. Major Durand, a 15-year Alliance veteran, refused to disclose how she knew the Rachni were arriving, but added that she was strangely relieved when they showed up. "When they burst out of the ground, I was worried they would come for us, but they just tore into those Reaper troops. It was glorious." Some in her platoon began shooting at the new arrivals. "We were lucky they didn't retaliate," she added. "I don't know where they went or where they came from, but we owe them our lives."
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have 'em. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
It's like walking around in heavy armor. Totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, and I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, have you seen Tally? Come on, I don't have the hips to carry a suit like that. Commander?
How's the ship holding up, Edie?
The envelope of mass-free space we create when we travel at FTL limits any impact of microcollisions with ambient dust. Nevertheless, some ablation does occur at subluminal speeds. Normandy will need maintenance before the year is out.
If we live that long, I will totally spring for it. Good job.
Sounded like quite an ordeal getting that Turian reactor up and running.
I've been through worse.
Well, glad you were able to get some help from Captain Riley's team. Sometimes I forget we aren't all alone in this war. I appreciate you checking in on me.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Commander.
Nothing to report.
Commander.
Commander.
Okay, Leora, Garrus, Messal, and Starboard.
A little busy right now.
Okay. Alright, mess hall, not...
We're all machines. Carbon or silicon. Is there really a difference?
People feel emotion. Artificial intelligence is programmed.
Punch me, I get angry. I don't choose. I just get angry. Our emotions are programming.
That's not the same thing. Our emotions are a natural response.
Disease, parasites, lions ate their prey alive. Nature can be horrible.
So now you're siding with the Reapers?
Just because I'm saying the Reapers are alive doesn't mean I want them to stay that way. But we need to break free of nature and open our minds to new forms of life.
So you believe the Geth share the same rights and liberties as any organic being?
If that Geth is minding his own business, he has more rights than Cerberus.
Despite my disgust for Cerberus, they're still human. The Geth are just machines.
We're all machines. Carbon or silicon. Is there really a difference?
People feel emotion. Artificial intelligence is programmed.
Punch me, I get angry. I don't choose. I just get angry. Our emotions are programming.
That's not the same thing. Our emotions are a natural response.
Disease, parasites, lions ate their prey alive. Nature can be horrible.
So now you're siding with the Reapers?
Just because I'm saying the Reapers are alive doesn't mean I want them to stay that way. But we
Oh,
need
sorry,
to break
I
free of
lost
nature and
track
open
of the
our
conversation.
minds to new forms of
Let's go with her.
Synthetics emulate life, but they aren't truly alive.
Precisely. Thank you, Commander.
I give up on you two.
Oh, I forgot to... Well, I'll go here first.
Not right now.
Greetings, Commander.
Hello again.
Signal confirmed.
Commander, there may be materials we can salvage in this area.
Okay, I think I got them all. Alright. So now... Oh, I guess I have to... Alright.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Going to read things, and then look at this. I'm gonna end the episode. Alliance Command, Rachni support, from Stephen Hackett. Commander Shepard, the Rachni are making headlines, and for the moment, the reason is a good one. While we appreciate their support on Elitania, we would like to be able to coordinate with them for future attacks. We don't need a friendly fire incident provoking them, and if they conduct another surprise raid. Alliance R&D has put together a modified QEC that will allow us stable communications with the Rachni, but we still don't know where to deliver it. They seem to have left the Attican beta, and we don't have much to go on. The Queen seems to trust you. Find her and deliver the QEC if at all possible. Sincerely, Admiral Stephen Hackett. Alright, I'll go ahead and deliver the QEC before ending this episode. Is there flashy flash? No. So I have to scan them all. Or check them all here. Oh, there we go.
I found something.
Suen, the Rachni homeworld, is tidally locked to the system's red dwarf, with one side constantly bombarded by the sun and the other completely frozen. Life evolved in the Terminator, the perpetual twilight zone between Suen's two extremes. The Rachni mainly foraged underground. Suen's abundant subterranean rivers presented them with a place to thrive. Wrestling with the engineering problems of Suen's extreme surface environment may have given the Rachni their first insights into how to build interstellar spacecraft. Suen was the site of the last battle in the Rachni Wars. When Krogan forces bombarded the planet, the Rachni abandoned their surface buildings for the security of their tunnels. The Krogan, resistant to Suen's toxic atmosphere, carried weapons of mass destruction into the secret chambers of the Rachni Queens and detonated explosions so powerful the sinkholes are still visible today. Scans of the former Rachni homeworld of Suen have recovered no signs of their current presence. However, scans did uncover the wreckage of a heavily modified Asari courier vessel. The ground team's analysis suggests that it may have been carefully placed to look like wreckage, allowing it to be ignored by anybody except those who specifically knew what to look for. From the ship's databases, EDI can extrapolate possible locations of the new Rachni colony. Everything is recovered from this system. Okay. Possible Rachni location. Boost. It's the Airmed boost, but
Signal confirmed.
oh, wrong planet. Altahe is an exceptional form of planet called a Roque world, but put simply, it is one half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds, Altahe and Ontahe, that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. That does not mean one could fly from one to the other, but both have identical atmospheres, and dust from one often can be found on the other. Both worlds share an atmosphere of nitrogen and ethane. The surface is warm and mainly composed of silica dust and dark basaltic rocks, with extensive deposits of heavy metals and radioactives. Tidal effects from Ontahe create constant heavy wind. There's no sign of Arachni activity on this planet. Okay. Just go straight here. I bet that's where it is.
I found something.
A boiling hot rock planet with extreme tectonic activity, Parnassus is home to many volcanic mountains. Surface scans reveal several geothermal and solar power stations tapping the planet's abundant energy. There is no history of the planet or its government in Citadel Council records. Given its proximity to a mapped and recorded planet like Silene, someone must have deleted Parnassus from the database. I bet this is it. The Arachni have been found, and the Queen says she's been expecting you. The Arachni will never truly be at peace until the blackening sour note has been ended once and for all. She offers all the brood warriors and workers she can spare. However, they dare not draw the Reaper's attention again via open attacks, since their species has barely survived another near extinction event. Instead, they will hit and run randomly and remain hidden. She warns of dark times ahead, but says that in the worst of them, when you need the most, the Arachni will come and stand with their greatest ally. Oh no, are we Israel to them? Okay. Nah, more like, anyway. I don't need to make those jokes. Okay. Now I'll head back here. And I'm gonna read war asset stuff.
Commander?
Oh. Spectre Terminal. Commendation, Captain Riley. Captain Riley, an N7 operative, has been nominated for a Commendation for Valor for her actions at Sion. Approval from a Spectre would fast-track the award process. Sure. Terminal. Here we go. Asari research ships. The Asari scientists in Nahaulala had isolated themselves to prevent academic and corporate theft of their work. As a result, their ships were concealed within the thick dust rings of Foros when the Reapers arrived. Fellow scientists escaped the nearby research colony of Hyatania to join them. Their current research includes new polymers, and specifically an inexpensive material with high heat resistance and zero conductivity. One of their prototype materials appears ideal for insulating the Crucible's venting chambers. Oh, there's more. Advanced power relays. The advanced power relays are 15 kilometers of insulated wiring connected to switch boxes that regulate the energy flow. Installing the relays in the Crucible will prevent catastrophic power surges from overloading its systems. Sorry. Saraskar. The Cirrus Guards set out to stop blood-pact mercenaries attempting to enslave Asari colonies in the Terminus systems. After a ship-to-ship fight, the Commandos and Mercs crash-landed with no means to contact Thessia. The surviving Asari continued to engage the grounded blood pack, whittling down the frustrated slavers with traps, ambushes, and nighttime offenses. After 9 days and more than 100 casualties, the blood pack surrendered, and the mercenaries were astonished to learn they had been only battling 5 Asari commandos. Although the Guard downplayed their heroics, they became instant celebrities upon their return to Thessia. Terminus systems. Rachni warriors. The Rachni brood have joined the fight against the Reapers. With deadly pincers, acidic spit, and incredible coordination among each other, the Rachni are a welcome, although unnerving sight in any combat situation. Since communication with the Rachni is a continuing problem, all coalition forces have been instructed to give them a wide berth on the battlefield. Alright, finally. That's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be kept up to date on future uploads.